This is an example of a modified cup and handle, and modified just means it's not picture perfect. We're going to go over a picture perfect one here in a little bit, but this is what you're going to find in the real world when you're actually trading. You're going to find a cup-like shape, and then you're going to have it trade sideways, consolidate, maybe form a little bit of a descending resistance, and then you're going to have a breakout, and then you're going to go on your way to hit the price target sometimes. It's not as picture perfect as that, but I want to show you how you draw up the price target first, okay? So basically, actually, before we do the price target, I want to show you, you have to actually be able to draw the resistance of the cup and handle. So as you see, we have a nice resistance line, two perfect touch points, and this is the high point of the cup, right? So basically, this is the first high point, first resistance point, then you go down for the cup, there's the bottom of the cup, and then you come back up, touch that resistance, and then the whole function of the cup and handle, right? After you touch that the second time, you come down and you consolidate. Then once you break above it, you break above your little trend line here, that's your entry point, right? And we're going to go over a picture perfect example here in a second. But before we do that, I want you to know that this is what they're more going to look like in the real world, right? You have a cup right here, you have a handle, and then you have a breakout. And the technical price target, and these price charts are not always correct, but what you do to measure a price target for the cup and handle, and this is a bullish chart pattern, of course, you draw from the top resistance line down to the lowest wick of the cup. And if you want to be more conservative, don't draw it to the lowest wick. If there is like a super long wick that goes all the way down to like, you know, $27 as opposed to $33, right? Don't do that if you want to be more conservative. But yeah, that's the price target. And as you can see, you hit that price target perfectly, then you got rejected, and then, you know, you consolidated, and then in the end of the day, you know, you did still move up a little bit higher, but at the end of the day, you really didn't confirm the breakout above $60 for very long. But that is a little bit besides the point. Now I want to show you a picture perfect example, so if you're a little confused, this should help. This is basically what you're going to be looking at, and if you were to draw up the price target here, basically what you want to do, I can't really do an exact horizontal line here, okay, never mind, I'm a genius, I'm a legend, okay, did not think my mouse was going to be able to do that, but this is how you draw the price target, right? You take it like this, and then you would take this line and move it to wherever the breakout point would be, right? So I can't really draw, I can't drag this over, right? I can only draw with this tool I'm using, but that's how you would do the price target. And for a little reiteration on the price target, we're going to do that in a little bit. But before we do, I just wanted to show you the clear, you know, what it actually looks like. So this is what you're going to be looking at. It's a cup, and then you have your little breakout, right? And then once you get that breakout, that is basically your entry point, right about in there, and then you sell at the price target. That's how you play cup and handle. Now, unfortunately, life is not that easy. If it was, everyone would be a millionaire and trading stocks would be easy. Examples like this rarely happen. I mean, this is not even, you know, you have some false breakouts here when you go beyond this little hypothetical, you know, support line they have here, but you have plenty of false breakdowns, and it's not picture perfect. Okay, look at this one right here. All right, this goes much higher than this resistance does, right? So it's not perfect. Now this one is pretty more perfect than what most of the real world examples are going to look like. So that just tells you how hard they can be to actually recognize and trade off of profitably. There are several cup and handle chart patterns in here actually, and the first one I want to go over, it's pretty obvious. It's this one right here. This is kind of what you have. This is your cup, right? This is the first half of the cup. This is the second half of the cup. But you may notice the resistance line, right? That top touch point that I was talking about, it's not that perfect, right? There's your resistance. But on this side, it goes right through, and then it consolidates, and then it goes, right? When you have that handle, it's typically the handle is, you know, it's got clear trend lines, like something like this, you know, that's kind of what you want. And then you get a breakout, and then you go on your way to hit the price target. But this one, no, it's instead the trend lines go, you know, something like this is kind of where what the price action seems to be respecting in this example. So your entry point on this one would technically be right in here. That's when you set your that's when you go in, that's when you open the trade, and then you sell once you hit, if you were doing it like this by the book way, you sell when you hit the price target of about right here. And in this example, obviously, you know, you would get more than a 100% gain, but you would miss out on another, you know, fair amount. But these indicators, and this strategy is not always perfect. Remember that. Another example right next to it, okay? This may be even a better example, although it's very modified, okay? So this is kind of what I would consider right here. So this is the weekly chart, remember. This is kind of the cup right here, and then this is the handle. So this one's actually more picture perfect, I would say, than the other one we're dealing with, the one we just went over. This cup and handle is actually really nice, okay? This starts right here. Here's your resistance right about, I would say right about right there. So I guess technically it starts all the way down here, but remember, it's not a perfect cup and handle. In the real world, it's not perfect. They're going to be modified, irregular chart patterns. I wish it was as easy as a nice, perfect, picture perfect cup and handle. That's not how it works though. This is the cup. This is the handle. Here's your breakout. That's your entry point right there. You write it up for, what is that? 2x right there. Okay, now it's not that easy. There's a lot more to learn for this, but that's the basics, and that's basically how you do it. There's not a ton to it. They're pretty easy to recognize sometimes. Here's another one, and also it's important to say this is a perfect cup and handle right here. So here's your handle. You could get an entry point on that support line. That's not 100% recommended by all people. I like doing that, but in this example, you would have been screwed completely, right? I mean, $200 down to 72 at lows, and then you end up going way lower than that even. So it's important to pair the technical analysis with other indicators. Of course, if you're a beginner, please know what you're doing before you're going to jump into trades based on this little cup and handle breakout pattern price target set that you just learned today. It's pretty simple, but it's not always perfect. No indicator is, but the cup and handle is a fairly accurate as far as detection or accuracy rate as far as the other chart patterns. So that is how you trade a cup and handle pattern. Remember, these are not guaranteed to work. They are not guaranteed to be breaking to the upside. They are bullish. They are usually bullish. It's a bullish chart pattern, but remember, another concept that you need to realize, and I recommend you watch the entire Auspicious Technical Analysis playlist because it's going to have everything you need essentially by the time it's done. Every single one of the very many concepts you need to know is that every single time frame that you go higher, those indicators and time frames will trump nearly everything from the smaller ones. Something to keep in mind for sure. Please know what the hell you're doing before you're going to jump in and YOLO on a cup and handle price target breakout pattern. Current positions and portfolio showcase. On this channel, we show my portfolio, even if it's a technical analysis indicator tutorial video. We show the portfolio regardless of if we're red or green, just for extra honesty and transparency's sake. Anyways, relevant information in regards to the title is finished now, mate. What do we do now? Improve my ideas for the channel. If you want to leave those, go ahead. Lighting, auspicious business. Okay, this stuff is all for other videos, honestly. Anyways, this is not financial advice. Thank you all so much. I will see you all in the next one.